My name is Matt Roberts, and I'm CTO and co-founder of LightForge. I'm here to talk with you today about LightForge, our smart lighting solution. In this session, I'll cover how this can deliver significant energy savings for your business, how the system can help with resource management when it comes to things like emergency lighting test schedules, and how the system can adapt and change with your building's needs into the future. To kick off with, and for those who haven't heard of us before, I think it's best to give a little background on LightForge and why I've been invited to present to you today. We're a Yorkshire-based software development agency that delivers innovative software solutions, seamlessly connecting business processes, systems, and services. My co-founder Glenn and I have built the business on two core pillars. We provide bespoke software development services, and we sell our own finished solutions. Our services include consultancy, integration, software security, and bespoke software development to solve business process issues. Moving across to our products, we have extensive experience building large-scale enterprise Internet of Things solutions and have turned a number of these into products. Products like LightForge that delivers a globally accessible portal for managing, maintaining your lighting estate from anywhere in the world, or Safer Apart that we initially developed in response to the pandemic to help maintain social distancing measures in enclosed communal areas. It's clear this has a much wider reach as it can be implemented to feed rich data about occupancy and resource utilization to facilities and building management teams. We're still a relatively young company and have only been trading since April 2019. In fact, we had our second anniversary just earlier in April. Don't let that fool you though. As a business, we have decades of experience with software development, delivery, and support. So let's talk about energy efficiencies. Lighting represents one of the largest categories of energy use for any organization. In fact, lighting can account for over 20% of the total energy bill for some commercial buildings. But in manufacturing, this tends to be closer to 5%, as most consumption is focused on the actual manufacturing processes. Regardless, this is still a sizable amount of energy, and anything that can be done to reduce it has to be a focus for any conscientious business. This is where LightForge can help. LightForge is an advanced, web-based smart wireless control system for your lighting estate. It allows you to manage and maintain your lighting estate from anywhere in the world, and in particular can bring data and control together in one user interface for lighting installations across multiple locations. This is particularly beneficial for organizations with many sites where they want to get a view of their company-wide lighting performance all in one place. When looking at the energy savings associated with LightForge, we typically see around a 20% reduction over pre-controls consumption. These savings come as a result of greater automation of lighting operations. This could be through the use of occupancy sensing, daylight harvesting, where the lights dim automatically when ambient light is stronger to maintain a set lighting level on the ground, and scheduling to ensure lights are off when spaces are not in use. In addition, greater control of the power levels lights operate at can deliver further savings as users recognize the human eye can barely perceive changes in dimming at higher power levels. In reality, as humans, we don't really recognize that lights are dimming until you get to around 50% power, which means even more savings can be delivered through more aggressive trimming as the installation matures and patterns of behavior are understood more clearly. This is borne out by our real-world installations, where we've seen one customer in distribution and fulfillment go from an average daily consumption of 2,670 kilowatt hours per pre-controls to 2,157 with LightForge installed. Another common practice we see is refreshing a lighting installation with LED at the same time as installing controls. We've seen this deliver up to 80% savings in retail, office, and manufacturing installations, with one of our retail customers seeing their daily average energy consumption dropping from 357 kilowatt hours to 79. The return on investment for this route in extreme cases can be less than a year, but more typically is 1 to 3 years depending on the market sector. 3 years may seem like a lackluster return, but when you recognize that the average lifetime for an LED luminaire is 10 years, this becomes much more compelling, especially when you factor in the ongoing energy savings into the future. There's also grant funding available through schemes like the IETF that will significantly improve your return too. Further to the energy efficiencies that can be realized by LightForge, there are additional benefits to be gained by installing our emergency lighting controls too. This allows you to orchestrate and schedule regular monthly and annual emergency lighting tests across multiple buildings from the comfort of your desk. Test results can be delivered via an emailed report or through the interface, so you can be confident about the status of your lighting compliance at any given time. This makes for a complete change in the way emergency lighting compliance is managed within an organization. You don't need to send any colleagues to site to conduct the tests. You can select which individual emergency lights are conducting their tests at any given time, meaning you can manage the impact of battery drain across lights in the same area. And you only have to send colleagues to site to fix issues when they're reported. LightForge allows you to adapt your lighting control and strategy as your factory changes. Moving or adding production lines doesn't mean you have to bring in an engineer to change your lighting strategy. You can update your lighting behavior from within the user interface in seconds. If you do need to relocate lights, the system is wireless, so you don't need to worry about getting control wiring to the new location. As long as there's power, you have control. As these last 2 points prove, energy efficiencies aren't always recognized through direct reductions in energy consumption. They can be realized third-hand through other efficiencies in processes and business activities. To this end, I'd like to take my final few minutes to talk about our development services, in particular, digital transformation. So what is digital transformation? You may well have heard the term already, and there are 100 different definitions out there. For us, digital transformation is about saving you time and money by helping you deliver more with less through the selective application of technology. In short, we design, build, and implement the best technology to support and drive your business forward. To illustrate, let me take a basic example from a recent project we've delivered for a customer. Unfortunately, I can't name the client in this instance, but in reality, the key point here is how the seemingly simple process improvement of replacing a paper-based form with some off-the-shelf technology and a little bespoke development can completely transform the success of an entire product. The client in question, let's be imaginative and call them Paper Forms R Us, had a process where field operatives were required to note down unique unit identifiers and accurate location information on a paper-based form when installing new devices in the field. Commissioning for the new units would be completed when data entry staff in the office took the paper forms and updated the control system with the details of the new units. As you would imagine, there were several problems with this process. However, the two main problems were, 1, sometimes it could be as much as a week before the paper forms were presented to the office, leaving the new units out of operation. And 2, anomalies would creep into the data as a result of the multiple manual steps in the process. We solved this problem by delivering the following innovations. First, we digitized the paper-based form by developing a mobile application modeled on the data required in the control system. We then improved data accuracy by eliminating the vagaries of operatives' handwriting on top of leveraging native mobile technologies like barcode scanning and GPS location. Finally, we reduced the unit commissioning time by developing a dedicated API to upload new unit information to the control system once validated by the mobile application. Our client can now expect new units to be accurately commissioned and operational on their system in minutes as opposed to weeks. And as a bonus, their office staff are now free to work on more dedicated support tasks, saving them time and energy in the process. Thank you for your time today. If you'd like to find out more about us, please get in touch using any of the methods on the screen. Alternatively, follow the links on screen to find out more about LightForge and our development services.